Greetings, Pathfinders. My name is Vulkk, and I would like to show and share with you some experience with the brand new Mass Effect Andromeda, my video settings, my video experiments, my tests, overview, and basically an analysis of what the game's performance has been, specifically on my PC configuration. First, of course, we'll jump to the settings and I'll tell you a few more words about the video output and the graphics options and settings available in the game. Then I'll tell you what tests I've did, how I did them, what I changed, and what FPS fluctuations I've noticed and things like that. Before we start, I would like to share with you that I've got so far about 8-9 hours of experience from the trial of the game. This video has been recorded very early before even the full game is released. We don't have official game-ready driver from Nvidia yet, and I'm using an Nvidia 980Ti video card, which is now last generation since 1080 Ti has already been released. However, 980 Ti is still very powerful, and for 1440p resolution, which is my native monitor's resolution, and the resolution I play the game on, this card is or should be more than enough. Mass Effect Andromeda runs on the Frostbite engine, which is widely popular lately for other EA and DICE games specifically, such as Battlefront, Battlefield 1, and you're probably familiar with it. I don't test too many games, I don't play too many games, I'm just a fanboy of a few genres and a few franchises, and Mass Effect is one of them. So I have to tell you that Mass Effect Andromeda is probably the first game in 2 years since Witcher 3 that puts so much load on my CPU. That's something I didn't expect. The game is either well balanced and it just soaks up all the cores of my CPU and uses hyper-threading and everything, or maybe my CPU is just getting old. If you want to see my full hardware configuration, you can do that down below in the video description. There will be a link to absolutely everything that I use in my system to record and play. But a very brief overview if you're too lazy to go and check. I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and my CPU is 4770K overclocked to 4.6 GHz on all cores. My video card, as I told you already, is 980 Ti, and the game is installed on an SSD, running from an SSD as well, which definitely helps with loading times, not so much with anything else. Let's jump into the video options and see what's available in the game first. I played in window borderless mode. Personally, so far, before the official Nvidia game-ready driver, I have not been able to detect any difference between window borderless and full screen. There might be, and as I told you, I have experience with 8 to 9 hours with the game, but so far I haven't been able to notice anything, which is actually good news, since I have to play window borderless for most of my streaming and recording content. I do use that monitor just in case you care, and here is my native resolution. Obviously VSync is always off for me. I haven't been experiencing any issues with VSync off so far, such as tearing or other things. My monitor is not G-Sync ready. And I do have triple buffering off and high dynamic range off as well. This is a setting I could not actually make sense of. I'm not sure what exactly is the difference between compressed 32 bits and half 16 with 64 bits, excuse me. Maybe I need some more testing, maybe I need some more digging, maybe I'm waiting for GeForce.com to release a more detailed guide / tutorial / any kind of an article about the game, because they do that for pretty much all of the big titles as soon as the game-ready driver is released. And with that, we're actually not accepting any changes that I attempted to make. We're jumping to the graphics sections, which is the more fun part. We've got firm grain on, chromatic aberration on, and overall quality set on high. This is at the moment how I prefer to run the game, because everything below, there are a ton more options if you want to customize things, and I've tested some of those in different combinations, and I'll tell you a little bit about them all. But first, about the overall quality, which is set on high at the moment, you've got several options. Let me start from the auto detect, which sets everything on ultra, with an exception of maybe 2 or 3 of these set on high. You've got auto detect, you've got low quality settings, medium, high, and ultra. I've decided to leave mine on high because I tested quite a bit on ultra in both single story and multiplayer, and I've noticed FPS fluctuation. The FPS was never below 40s, but when it drops from 70, 80 down to 40 in a matter of seconds, that tells me that something's wrong with the coding, something's wrong with the driver that I'm playing on, or my GPU is just not powerful enough. And since I've seen a few videos with analysis and tests and performance tests for 1080 Ti, I see that folks there experience similar issues. Their FPS doesn't drop down to 40, probably because of their better hardware components, but it still drops a lot, and that's annoying for me personally. Probably it will be for many of you as well. So I prefer to keep a more steady FPS at the cost of very little graphical fidelity, because between high and ultra, honestly, you have to really try to pay attention to some little details and things to notice what the difference is. Down below in these different settings, I tried changing anti-aliasing. Let me change this to custom first, so I can try to edit things. If you want to change some things, you could lower the quality of anti-aliasing. You could play around with ambient occlusion, which will eventually give you some performance. These settings here, film grain and chromatic aberration, I personally didn't see them affect the performance of the game. In any case, they just change the visuals, and it depends entirely on you which mode you prefer more. You can definitely lower the lighting quality, because that will be a strain on your GPU. Shadows quality, obviously, but you know that the more you lower the shadow quality, the worse the game starts to look, and we're going back years if you lower the shadow quality, since they make half the scene in most cases. You can of course lower the effects quality, but then again, the Bioware team has done quite beautiful effects in the game available with your abilities, with side effects, with lightnings dropping on the ground, and all things like that. So if you can afford, I would definitely suggest you keep both shadows and effect on as high as possible. But these two settings will definitely increase your performance if you drop down a level or two, even if needed. I was not able to see any performance gain when I changed terrain quality and vegetation quality. Specifically on vegetation quality, it does add a bit of extra visual greatness and goodness, because the ground doesn't seem so empty and things generate before you start see them. So vegetation quality to me is an important immersive factor, if you will. I don't know if you would accept it the same way or not, but that's just my opinion. In terms of performance, because I showed you already my settings, on 1440p with high settings, my FPS pretty much never dropped below 70, which for my 60Hz monitor is absolutely perfect. I don't experience tearing, even though I play on borderless full screen. My FPS has been tested in story mode for the first about 2 or 3 hours. Well, you know how much the game allows you to play in story mode. If you don't, I won't give away spoilers anyway. If you prefer, you can go watch my video for the solo story playthrough. I tested it in not war zones, but multiplayer as well, and it's quite stable between 70 and 100. There is rare moments when it jumps above 100, but you know, that's when you're staring at the wall or nothing is moving around you, so it doesn't really count as an FPS check in these moments. I told you in the beginning of the video already that for one reason or another, my CPU is getting really nicely loaded, between 30 and 50% most of the time. All the cores are active and Hyperthread has been used properly. I'm really hoping that Nvidia and Bioware will find a way to tweak the game some more before its official release. Again, today, the day of recording this video, is 18th of March. That's several days before the official release, and I've only had a chance to test the game for a few hours with whatever limitations Bioware put onto the trial period. We don't even have Ansel available yet, which is a nice screenshot making tool from Nvidia, for example. But that's not really that important. I'm showing you in the end of this clip a couple of quick gameplay sessions. They're not cumulative or representative to how FPS performs all the time in the game, but I've done some tests and I can't really show all of them to you. I did some comparisons between high and ultra preset and custom preset in the first level on Habitat 7. I did similar tests with the tutorial multiplayer mission where you actually play alone, so I can control as much as possible of the environment and have as less side effects as possible that will adjust or impact the performance and see. And yep, when I play with my PC configuration on high preset, it looks good and it behaves very, very well with well above 60 FPS, which is enough for me in this case, as I told you. Now, in case you haven't actually seen many videos yet, I can tell you what other folks are receiving as a result with their more powerful than my cards. I watched a few videos with 1080 Ti and the brand new 7700 CPUs. They're receiving somewhat better results than mine with ultra preset in the range of 70, 80 to 90 FPS, which is still best and which is still better and very, very useful if you have a 60 Hz monitor. Although if you have a higher class monitor with 144 Hz, for example, that would probably not be enough. But then again, you most likely have G-Sync ready monitor in this case, and you will still not have issues with the FPS being lower and fluctuating so much. Again, this video has been recorded way too early into the game to be able to be any kind of a final saying or a final analysis. So when the game launches, and hopefully with it the new game ready driver, there is going to also be a patch on release day. Bioware confirmed that somewhere, I just forgot where the hell was that. And they're promising to fix some things. There are issues with the character animations, fidelities in cutscenes. There is again a lot of FPS drops in some cutscenes, and by drops I don't mean like in Star Wars The Old Republic, for example, which is my other favorite game. It doesn't drop from 60 down to 20, but still there is a fluctuation in big ranges, and it is noticeable, I think. That is it. I think I've said enough, hopefully. If you wanted to hear some more, please let me know, because for the next video after the game is released, whenever I do it with some more testing, I would like to include more details for you guys to help you and guide you to make eventually your choice, whether to buy the game or to buy upgrades for the game. Thank you for watching this video. Please like it if you really like it and if it helped you. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel for a lot more Mass Effect Andromeda content and other games as well. See you next time. Bye bye.
Welcome to the Apex Forces. Your goal for this mission is to familiarize yourself with general operating procedures. You're closing in on some disruption field generators. To get full scans of the area, we need to take them out. Follow the marker and destroy those targets. Your target's within range. Take it out. Your target's within range. Take it out. Target down. If you're running low on ammo, there's some nearby. Your target's within range. Take it out. Target eliminated. Target's within range. Take it out. No enemy targets left in play. Enemies down. Keep your guard up.
Well executed.
Intel shows valuable data nearby. Find the zone to start hacking the system. Get to the zone before enemy forces arrive. Your hack's active. Now stay on it. The security system triggered. Enemies are headed your way. Take cover, but keep inside the zone to finish the hack.
Take cover! Take cover!
Data's received. Eliminate the last of those enemy forces.
Take down the last one!
You've got a casualty nearby. The shuttle's en route for evac, but I need you to rescue the survivor. Time to go. Get to the extraction site. Welcome to the Apex Forces. Your goal for this mission is to familiarize yourself with general operating procedures. You're closing in on some disruption field generators. To get full scans of the area, we need to take them out. Follow the marker and destroy those targets. Your target's within range. Take it out. Target down. If you're running low on ammo, there's some nearby. Your target's within range. Take it out. Scratch one target. Your target's within range. Take it out. No enemy targets left in play. Good. Stay sharp.
Well executed.
Intel shows valuable data nearby. Find the zone to start hacking the system. Your hack's active. Now stay on it. The security system triggered. Enemies are headed your way. Take cover, but keep inside the zone to finish the hack. Well done. We've got the data. Eliminate the last of those enemy forces.
Heavy fire!
got a casualty nearby. The shuttle's en route for evac, but I need you to rescue the survivor. You can help fallen comrades to get them back in action. We're done here. Get yourself to the LZ.
Heavy fire!
That's how Apex gets it done. Come on home.
Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Click the like button and help me out. Visit my website vulkk.com for daily videos and news. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge. And stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter.